Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about the September transits for Aries. Okay, September is an interesting month because it starts with 6 planets in retrograde, so we're all walking through glue, thick glue, yeah, at the beginning of the month. But thankfully, two planets, the inner planets, Mercury and Venus, are going to turn direct, and it's a huge relief because when inner planets are retrograde, we can really feel it because it affects our daily life. Yeah, so when they turn direct, our daily life eases up a little bit. Yeah, things turn normal again. The outer planets, they go retrograde every year, so we don't feel them that much. It doesn't mean we don't feel them. We do, but it's like more on like subconscious level. Okay, and now overview. Pluto, as you know, it's in your 10th house. It has been there for 15 years. It's transforming corporations, institutions, structures, power structures, governments and stuff. Yeah, and for you Aries, that is your work. Okay, so a lot of transformations probably have been happening at your work. Your social status has been probably transforming as well. What else? Your life purpose has been transforming. Yeah, your legacy, because the 10th house is our legacy. Yeah, next, also, those of you who were born in mid-April, like 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, you guys are having square from Pluto, and that is intense because like I recently had that myself and it was brutal. So make sure you allow yourself to rest. Don't stress out too much because this is temporary. You feel the effect of like square the most when it's like exact. Let's say your sun is on the 28th degree of Aries and the Pluto is on the 28th degree right now, so you are probably feeling this effect the most. When it moves to the 27th degree, it's gonna ease up a little bit. Okay, and hopefully when Pluto turns direct it won't be as harsh. We feel the effect the most when it's making an aspect while retrograde. Okay, yeah, like so you guys will probably experience some sort of like setbacks and rejections from places, or feel like you are helpless or something, or powerless. But please don't worry, because at the same time it is transforming you, it is showing you your true strength. You will find solutions, don't worry. Like in my case, I had this like in June and I felt like I was super helpless, but thankfully everything went all right. Yeah, and for other areas, for some of you this can mean that you will start expressing your creativity, like without shyness. Like me, for example, I used to be very shy, like of cameras. Like I did not like recording myself, and I didn't like the way my voice sounded in videos. But suddenly when Pluto was squaring my sun, like I randomly bought a tripod and like started making YouTube videos. Yeah, like I opened, like I mean, like created my YouTube channel. So like randomly you will start expressing your creativity without shyness. Yeah, so this is a good transit, very transformative. Even though I must tell you, it's gonna feel as though like your head is like on the floor under somebody's boot, like I mean, like invisible forces boot. Yeah, that's Pluto. Okay, so as I said, Pluto is in the background, burning corporations, like transforming them, your work and stuff, all the intensity going on at your work. And then we have Neptune spewing out fake news. Yeah, like from our 12th house. So Neptune in Pisces is straight up propaganda, lies, fake news. Have you noticed that there's like no objectivity in news? Even the most respectable newspapers like the New York Times, they don't even pretend to be objective. They are promoting their point of view. They don't even want to look at the truth objectively. No, they don't care. And it's scary at the same time. This is really scary. Like you cannot trust any newspaper these days. So what I wanted to say is we've got like 2 more years of this Neptune in Pisces. Yeah, and then it's gonna enter our sign. Like hopefully it doesn't make us delusional, because Neptune can. So hopefully we'll stay in touch with reality, and I hope Neptune is gonna give us divine inspiration instead. Yeah, and so we've got that fake news for like 2 more years, and it's been in there for like 10 years now. So 10 years of this, like collective mental illness, because Neptune rules collective subconscious, and Pisces is a very delusional sign. Like, I mean, I love Pisces, but like, we gotta be honest, sometimes they can be, even though they're very romantic, but a lot of them can be delusional in a way. So yeah, that is Neptune in Pisces. Next, Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus. It has been in there for 4 years now. Yeah, since early 2019, and it's gonna be in there for a couple more years. Yeah, it's bringing innovation to our finances, the way we earn money, like our resources, savings. What else? Our approach to finances, like budgeting, and food, also, self-worth. Yeah, and so I would say, like, learn as much as you can about finances, new ways of like investing money, especially millennials. Like, a lot of us, we don't have any savings. Like, I don't have even $100 to my name. Yeah, like, I live from paycheck to paycheck. So millennials try to learn about like uh, innovative ways of earning money, investing money. Okay, like cryptocurrency is, that's very Uranus in Taurus. And also we've got Jupiter in Taurus as well, close to Uranus. So until next May, you should try to learn as much as you can, because Jupiter is a planet of knowledge. Yeah, it's a great time to expand your knowledge when it comes to like finances, spending, budgeting, yeah, investments, and also self-worth. Jupiter in Taurus is increasing our self-worth. Perhaps some of you start earning money in a new way. I mean, like, your salary increases, okay, and that is going to affect your self-worth. You're going to feel more confident, you feel better about yourself. Yeah, like, in my case, I've really felt this so far, like, hopefully for you guys too, and we're gonna see our true worth. Yeah, and that is good. uh, Next, also, by the way, like, if you would like an astrology reading, please email me or leave a comment, because like, I do astrology readings, like birth chart analysis, astrocartography, progressions, synastry, like compatibility between you and somebody else. Yeah, like, what else? The transits, all of that, and I can do that via Zoom or FaceTime. Yeah, so if you are interested, please email me. The way I charge is like, um, pay whatever you can, I guess. Pay whatever you want. Yeah, because trust me, I have been broke, and when I was broke, that's when I needed astrology the most. So if you are experiencing times like that in your life, don't hesitate. Like, I'll do it like for as little as I can. All right. Now let's talk about the inner planets. On September 3rd or 4th from Europe and Asia, Venus stations direct on the 12th degree of Leo. Finally, our love, finances are gonna start going back to normal. If you remember, for the past 42 days, we have been like reviewing those things. I mean, like, starting from July 22nd. Yeah, we've been reviewing our love, our finances, relationships. If you guys noticed, a lot of celebrities are breaking up, getting divorced. Yeah, like Ariana Grande was involved with like SpongeBob, like when Venus started retrograding. Yeah, it's messed up what she did, but who else? Some other major celebrity, they are getting a divorce. Yeah, so and that is all Venus retrograde. Who was it that was getting a divorce? Like, I can't remember. Okay, anyway, so that was Venus retrograde. Next, so when Venus turns direct, it doesn't mean like everything is gonna be automatically fine. It's gonna be like in shadow zone until October 6th. So she's gonna take some time, like, to get back to normal routine of hers. And now she's gonna be a morning star. So we're gonna like more passionate in love. Yeah, finances are gonna start being normal. Yeah, and by the time we have a Libra solar eclipse, Venus is going to be in good shape, and that is good news because she rules that solar eclipse. Yeah, and so hopefully Venus retrograde allowed you to review your relationships. I hope it allowed you to solve relationship issues, and if it was a toxic relationship, I hope you found the courage to leave that relationship. Yeah, and also your finances, self-worth, and Venus retrograde is a good time to like analyze what happened in the past, like I mean why maybe the relationship didn't work, because like hindsight is 2020, as they say. Like in my case that really happened. Like I did not get any unpleasant surprises in relationships because I was single the entire time when Venus was retrograde, but like I was able to review why that relationship was toxic. Like I gained an understanding without like feeling bitter, okay, without letting emotions like blur my understanding. Yeah. And so for Aries, Venus is going to turn direct in your fifth house. Your romance, creative self-expression, your children, yeah, those things are going to start going back to normal. Yeah, and next, after that, on September 4th, a day after Venus turns direct, Jupiter is going to take up the torch of retrograde from Venus. Okay, and so Jupiter is going to turn retrograde until December 3rd, 2023, until the end of this year. And so Jupiter is going to turn retrograde in your second house, the house of finances. So since May, you have been exploring new ways of earning money. Maybe, yeah, you got a better job, you got a promotion, started earning more money, and perhaps you didn't have time to understand like how that affected your self-worth. And now when Jupiter turns retrograde, we are able to sit down and kind of like have time to analyze how much progress like we've made financially, like and like really understand our self-worth. Yeah, like I keep saying understand, like consciously sometimes we understand things, but like it doesn't like really sink in until later. And so retrograde is a good time when it like really sinks in, because we tend to not notice the details when we're going like on the normal speed, but when it's retrograde we're like in like slow motion, so we're able to see details. Yeah. And so next, wait, I need to turn the page. On September 6th, we have the last quarter moon in Gemini. Yes, in Gemini. And so this marks the beginning of a week when nothing much happens. Not much happens. So the days from September 6th until 11th, think of it as a time when we kind of like start changing the decorations on the stage. Life is a stage, as Shakespeare said. Like so we kind of start changing the decorations on the stage that started with the Leo new moon. Yeah, so imagine the stage was decorated in like Leo themes, but now we are like taking those down and start decorating the stage with Virgo themes. Yeah, we start getting ready for the Virgo new moon, for the Virgo month. Yeah, so like the play with Virgo themes. Yeah, and so take that time to kind of like rest, energize, recharge your batteries for the next lunar month. Yeah, because starting from like September 12th, so we can start receiving news, Virgo new moon related news. Uh, so if you are waiting for news, messages, decisions, announcements, you can expect them from September 12th or even 11th. Sometimes 4 days before or after the new moon, you can feel the effect of the new moon. Yeah, the new moon itself is gonna happen on September 14th. And it's going to happen in your sixth house. Sixth house is a house of work, routine, employees, co-workers, health, and pets. So something new regarding those matters. Like your focus is going to be on those matters for the next lunar month, so to speak. So yeah, you can expect a new project at work, maybe a new coworker. If you're a boss, maybe you will be hiring someone new. if you like, maybe if not work related, then maybe at home, like maybe you will hire a house cleaner, like a housekeeper. Okay, and because the ruling planet of this new moon, Mercury, is retrograde, I would say maybe you will rehire somebody, the housekeeper that you had like before, and now you're gonna say, can you please work for me again? So this can happen. And yeah, the thing about this new moon is that it forms a kite aspect, which is a really interesting aspect. Astrologers say it's the aspect of like fate, destiny, opportunity for growth. Yeah, because there will be a grand trine, like a blue triangle on the sky on that day, involving the earth signs. So it's like a very stable, very grounded, practical aspect. And it involves the luminaries, Pluto and Uranus, all in earth signs. So there's this very stable energy. And the thing is, the luminaries will be making an opposition to Neptune in Pisces. So as you can see, like there's this opposition between the luminaries and nebulous Neptune, and Uranus and Pluto are gonna be like mediators for those, okay, keeping them in balance, so to speak. So it should be an interesting month and an interesting new moon. What else? And the thing is, this new moon is the last new moon before a solar eclipse. So sometimes the effect of that new moon, the events associated with that solar eclipse, can play out around this new moon. Yeah, because the effect of the eclipse sometimes can be felt a month before the solar eclipse itself, or a month after the solar eclipse. Or sometimes it can happen around the solar eclipse itself. Yeah, so for some areas, I would say pay attention, observe, see what happens. Something major might happen around this new moon. Okay, something new in a big way. Yeah, so it should be exciting. Eclipses are not bad, and they always bring changes. And the thing is, I don't know if you have noticed this or not, the month around the solar eclipses, the month around eclipses can be intense. Yeah, like it's hard to relax. You can feel that something is gonna change. Yeah, that kind of feeling, like fate is in the air, so to speak, around solar eclipse. So I would say the first half of September is gonna feel relatively peaceful, uneventful, but the second half after this new moon, we can feel a bit of like change is coming. Yeah, that's gonna be felt. Next, right after this new moon, we're gonna have Mercury turning direct on September 15th. Yay! And this is gonna happen in your 6th house. So all the work-related stuff, all the delays, misunderstandings at work, that's finally gonna come to an end. I wouldn't get too excited when Mercury turns direct right away, because Mercury is at its most confusing when it just turns retrograde and when it's about to turn direct. So yeah, I would still expect some sort of like miscommunication around this time, especially at work. So be careful. Yeah, and also it's gonna be in like slow motion. Like it's gonna slowly picking up pace, and it's gonna be in the shadow zone for a week or two. So yeah, but after that, after Mercury turns direct, it will be a good time to start signing things, at least from September 20th, I would say. Like signing a contract, signing a lease, all those things are favorable. And buying electronics, all those things get a green light. And next, on September 22nd, we have fall equinox. Yay! The day and night are going to be equal. The sun is going to enter Libra, the sign of justice. And for us, that is relationships. Yeah, so the sun is going to join Mars in Libra. And so our relationships are going to be like really active. Like the relationship area is going to be lit up. And especially because we have that solar eclipse coming up in our relationship house. So I would say single Aries, be out and about, okay? Starting from like mid-September and in October, okay? And then we have a full moon in our sign on the 6th degree of Aries on September 29th, at the end of September. And you know, we only get one full moon per year, very rarely two full moons. But anyway, so that Aries full moon is a time when we assess how much progress we've made since April, when we had Aries new moon. Okay, so assess, did you achieve the goals you've set for yourself for this year? If not, what can you do to achieve it? Adjust your approach if need be. Okay, and also the full moon is like lighting up your house of self, and the sun is shining in your relationship house. So this is the time when you are assessing like a relationship with yourself and with others. Yeah, it's a very relationship oriented time, the end of September for us. And the thing about this full moon is that the eclipses are, I mean, not eclipses, the aspects are all over the place. Yeah, so I feel like our emotions are also going to be all over the place. And the thing is, this is the last full moon before the Scorpio lunar eclipse on October 28th. So, as I said earlier, the effect of that lunar eclipse might play out at this full moon. So, I would say pay attention, because the September 29th is like the time when we can feel the changes and we can feel the eclipse approaching. So yeah, I would say don't stress out too much, starting from mid-September. Allow yourself to rest. Please know that like changes are coming. That's why your body is like tense a little bit, and be prepared for changes. I mean, Aries, we are good at handling things like that. We are brave, so I hope everything will be all right. And thank you for watching my videos. I have subscribers from so many different countries. It's actually pleasant. I'm surprised, pleasantly surprised. So thank you for your time, and I hope to see you guys in my next video, in my October video. Okay, thank you.